Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It's Tuesday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed everything that we had yesterday. Hopefully you guys are about to enjoy this deck as well. So for those of you who definitely like heart ritual beasts, the last ban list actually didn't just give us, it didn't like give us any new cards for the ritual beasts. But what it did do was it gave us some very good control aspect cards back for the ritual beasts. Namely, I'm talking about Dimension Fisher and I'm talking about Macrocosmos. So to that end, one of my favorite viewers, basically because we are always getting deck submissions and everything, that I'm talking about you, Kami. So Kami went ahead and gave us a deck list, and I tried to build this verbatim. There were a couple of things I had to change because I just don't have all the same cards, but I will try to explain the differences as we're going. So huge shout out to him. Big thanks for doing this. You know you didn't have to. Love the fact that you just always down to help with us. So let's get your deck, okay? So it is 40 cards, I believe it was. I know I'm missing 3 of them just outright. We'll get to that when we get to it. But we're going to start with the monsters. First one we're going to start with the Tamers. So the first one I need to talk about is the Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. We are going to run this guy at 3. After you normal summon this card, you can normal summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from during your main phase this turn, in addition to the normal summoner set. So again, he's an immediate extender. You can only gain this effect once per turn, and you can only special summon 1 Ritual Beast Tamer Elder once per turn. So again, it's fine. It's fine. He's a good card. You should definitely be playing him. Jeezy Pete's, let me get this. We got 1 copy of Lara, and again, you don't need a lot of extra names when playing this deck. Lara here, when normal summoned, target a Ritual Beast in the graveyard, special summon it. You can only special summon her once per turn. So again, that is fine. We do want to play a single copy of Wen. If normal summoned, target 1 banished Ritual Beast monster. Special summon the target. You can only special summon her once per turn. Additionally, we do want to play 1 copy of Zephyr Pelika. Now, if we put this in the scales, you cannot pendulum summon except Ritual Beast and or Zephyr. We're probably not going to do that. Instead, we want the effect. When this is normal or pendulum summoned, you can target a Ritual Beast in the graveyard, except same name, special summon it, destroy it during the end phase. You can only special summon Zephyr Pelika once per turn. And again, it's just because it's a good effect getting your card back from the graveyard. Again, you could do that for Zephyr. I just wanted to skip that part because we're not really playing Zephyrs. And then the last Tamer that we're going to run is a single copy of the Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card or battle a card effect, you can special summon 1 Ritual Beast from the deck or extra deck, ignoring conditions. You may only special summon 1 copy of this per turn. So again, a lot of once per turns, a lot of really good effects, and those are going to be the Tamers. Going into the Beasts, you're going to want 1 copy of Apelio. Again, I love this. It's a little fire kitty. Once per turn, either player's turn, you can banish 1 Ritual Beast card from the graveyard. For the remainder of this turn, all Ritual Beast monsters you control will gain 500 attack and defense. You may only special summon 1 Apelio per turn. Again, he's not bad. He's like 1800. So if you had to play offensively, he's going to have your back for you. Next up, one of like the most important cards in the deck, Canahawk. Once per turn, banish 1 Ritual Beast card from your deck face up. During the second standby phase after activation, add that card banished by this effect to your hand. Essentially, Gold Sarcophagus. I can only special summon Canahawk once per turn. We are going to run 1 copy Petalfin. Once per turn, you can banish 1 Ritual Beast card from hand. Target 1 card the opponent controls, return it to the hand. You may only special summon this once per turn. So again, very good. Let's get him out of the glare, though. Yeah. All right, next up, we're going to have a playset of our Renpengu. So if you guys ever wanted a crazy, cool hairdo penguin, this is the go-to. Once per turn, you can banish 1 Ritual Beast monster from the extra deck. Send 1 Ritual Beast monster with the same type as that monster from the deck to the graveyard. you can only special summon him once per turn. So again, a lot of special summoning once per turn. It's going to make sense when we get to the extra deck. And that is the main deck as far as the Ritual Beast cards monster-wise go. The 3 cards we're absolutely missing that you would want to play are going to be 3 copies of Win the Wind Charmer. So this is a 5-star spellcaster. We never really need to board this. It is always considered to be a Charmer, so like if you guys are into the Charmers, this is definitely like a must-have in that build. You can discard and one other wind monster to add 1 wind monster with 1500 or less defense from the deck to the hand with a different name from this card. You cannot activate monster effects for the remainder of this turn except wind monsters. When a wind monster you control is destroyed by battle while this is in your hand, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. But again, this is going to let us grab like literally any one of the cards I've just shown you. So again, this is like an important 3 of. And if you guys want, I'll throw 3 blank sleeves on the table for it. Moving into hand traps. Again, because you know we're going to be using D-Fisher and Macro, we do want to have Ash Blossom because you could use Ash Blossom even when things are going to get banished. Because it just needs to be discarded. It doesn't actually say you have to discard it to the discard pile. It doesn't have to make it to the graveyard to resolve. And again, it's just like generically one of the best because like every deck does searching. So just play it. And then, of course, Dimension Shifter just really fits in with the whole banishment theme. It allows you to essentially just stun the opponent. So that is the main deck monsters. Guys, pause, screenshot, notes. 1 second. We'll just we'll do that. Just remember that's a 3 of there. And then we'll be right back with the spell traps. So just a second, my friends. All right. Now the spell traps are going to be pretty simple. Looks like 8 and 8. So real quick, we're going to go with a single D-Fisher. Now, D-Fisher is okay at 1 because we are going to be running Mac at 3. And the difference here is this is only going to banish monsters. This can brick you, especially when you're doing both. And since Macro is going to be sending both the spell traps and monsters, it's just easier to prioritize the other one. Another great spell card for you guys to be using, and again, huge shout out to Kami for this, was the emergency teleport, guys, because you could special summon any level 3 or lower psychic monster from the hand or deck, banishing it during the end of the turn. But again, it's not going to last till the end of the turn. And just a real quick, again, I took out the copies that were wins. So just real quick, Zombie, that was fine. You weren't doing that. Spellcaster, it's fine. You weren't doing it. Psychic, 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 Psychic. So again, that's going to be 3, 3, 2, and Laura is a 1. So literally every one of your tamers, sorry, 1 second. No, the Winda is going to be a 4-star. So you can't special summon Winda, but the regular Ritual Beast tamers instead of the Spiritual Beast one, they will all be just perfectly fine as targets for your emergency teleport. Do note that that will count as your once per turn summoning that name. Additionally, you do want to run another Gold Sarko because, again, if you can get 4 of them, because of the 3 Canahawks plus this, all the better for you. And another card that I had to substitute, and mostly because I was told I could, was running Extravagance. Now, the real card here is supposed to be the Pot of Prosperity. Now, Prosperity and Extravagance do a couple of things in common. They both want to banish 3 or 6 random cards, or 3 or 6 cards from your extra deck face down. Extravagance is going to be randomized, which is why you don't want to do this because, again, the extra deck does need to be spread out a little more. And Prosperity is going to be better because, honestly, I don't remember if you have to do it at the start of the main phase, but you get to pick the cards you're getting rid of. So, again, based on the situationality, I struggle on the $4 words, guys. Based on the situation, you are going to choose certain cards over others to remain in your extra deck, and that's 100% fine. It's actually encouraged at this point. The difference is this one will stop you from drawing cards, and I think the other one makes it so all damage is half for the turn to the opponent. But that's going to cover the spells. Going into the traps, again, we're going to be running triple macro. You do want to play this as playset. And of course, once this resolves, you could summon a Helios if you wanted to or if you had it. But what's going to happen here is any card sent to the graveyard is going to be banished instead. So just mindless, absolute oblivion for any card going to the discard pile, so it's fine. The rest are going to be Ritual Beast cards, actually. So 2 copies Ambush. When you play this, target one of your Ritual Beast Tamer monsters and one of your Spiritual Beasts that are banished and or in the graveyard. Special summon both in defense position. After this card is activated, do not special summon except Ritual Beast monsters for the remainder of the turn. You may activate one of these per turn. So again, just really good card. But again, 2 of. And then we want you to play 3 of Steeds. If you control a Ritual Beast monster, we get to destroy cards, monster cards, on the field, up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters that we currently control. So the more characters that we have pop to our side of the field, the more pop removals, like spot destruction we can do, and really help manage our opponent's board during whichever turn we like. So that is the rest of the main deck. Go ahead, pause, or screenshot, make your notes, guys, and I'll be right back with the extra deck. All right, and the best place to start with the extra deck is probably going to be the fusions, because these guys are essentially the whole reason that we're playing this. So the first thing we're going to want is 2 copies of the Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio. Now let's get this up here, because we got a dirty paragraph here. So this is going to be 1 Ritual Beast Tamer plus 1 Spiritual Beast monster card. So again, a lot of generic stuff going on. Must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards you control. Cannot be special summoned any other way. Do not use polymerization. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other card effects until the end of the damage step. During either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck. Target 2 banished monsters, 1 Tamer and 1 Spiritual Beast. Special summon them in defense mode. So realistically, what I want you guys to think about this deck is I want you to think about what would happen if the Gladiator Beasts, instead of shuffling themselves back into the discard pile, could randomly combine and go to the banished stack. So again, pretty cool, right? 3 copies Canhawk. This is again 1 Tamer plus 1 Beast. Must be special summoned from the extra deck by the same manners. Once per turn, you may target 2 of your banished Ritual Beasts. Return those cards to your graveyard. If you do, add 1 Ritual Beast card from the deck to the hand. During either player's turn, you can return this to this card you control to the extra deck. Target 2 banished cards, 1 Tamer, 1 Beast. Special summon them in defense. Now this is really like the big linchpin of the whole thing. This is a card you need to be playing the most of. And regardless of which pot card you are playing, Prosperity or Extravagance, maximize the crap out of the Canahawk. Like, it's absolutely a must. You have to play this card. It's just perfect. It's, I believe the email said heart and soul of the deck. And there's no better way to explain it. That's true 100% of the time. Moving on to the next one. This is a card, again, that I found out I only had 1 of. So we are going to blank sleeve it. 2 copies, Ritual Beast Ulti Gaia Pelio. This is going to be 1 Ritual Beast Ulti Monster, plus 1 Tamer, plus 1 Spiritual Beast. So it's going to be a fusion, plus a Tamer, plus a Beast. It's going to be awesome. Must be special summoned from the extra deck by the same methods as usual. Cannot be special summoned any other way. Do not use polymerization. If summoned this way, gain this effect. During either player's turn, when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, banish 1 Ritual Beast from the hand, negate activation, destroy card. This is like, it's basically you want to build the board to get to Gaia Pelio so that once you have everything else in play, you have the ability to say a lot of no to the opponent. And then again, once you start getting in with that Steed's trap card, you have the ability to negate. You have the ability to just destroy things as they're trying to play them. Everything's going to the disc or going to the banish pile because of Macrocosmos. And at the same time, you still have your Ash Blossoms, which are going to be able to just operate while you still have this banishment effect going on. So again, it's pretty fantastic, and I love the way this was built. Next card is going to be the Ulti Petalfin. Again, Tamer plus Beast, same thing as before. This time, cannot be destroyed by card effects. During either player's turn, you can return this that you control to the extra deck. Target 2 banished, pop them back onto the field in defense. 1 Tamer and 1 Beast. So that's going to conclude the fusion portion of our deck. we need to go ahead and get into the Xyz. One thing I didn't have was Lightning Chidori. It's a great card. So I went with an Exciton Knight instead. I figured if I'm behind, I could just blow up the field. And then again, we're going to go with the Tornado Dragon. And again, once per turn, quick effect, detach materials, start destroying spell traps. So really nice. I don't own the access code Talker Bud, so I'm going to swap in my Boral Sword because, again, they're almost interchangeable with the way that you would use them to just strike for a game. So again, that's fine. The IP Masquerena, not only a good link to, but also will let us link during the opponent's turn while giving a slight protection to the monster. Right here, link monster that uses this card as material cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effect. So again, we do get a semi-protection passed on. We do have room for the Nightmare Unicorn. No Phoenix, no Cerberus this time, just the Unicorn. So again, it's to let us spin a card from the field back into the opponent's deck. And then we do need to play the new link, the Ritual Beast Alti Kimon Falcos. It is one of those things that made me think. Quick sidebar. Were the Tamers before the Gusto, or did the remaining Gusto become the Tamers? Guys, let me know, because seriously, I'm curious. Because that reminds me of at least one card from the Gusto archetype. The recipe here is just going to be any 2 Ritual Beasts. Ritual Beast monsters, this card points to gain 600 attack and defense. You can choose to banish 1 Ritual Beast from the graveyard immediately after this will resolve. Normal summon 1 Ritual Beast from the hand. Use this effect only once per turn. Quick effect, return this you control to the extra deck. Target 2 banished monsters, one Tamer, 1 Beast. Special summon them in defense mode. And again, it's going to have a not so terrible 1800 point stat. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Kami, thank you for sharing this with us. Again, you give us about a deck or 2 a month, and I do think that's fantastic. And again, this is really fun. I'm going to get the other 4 cards I'm missing, 5 cards I'm missing, because you did have a Lightning Chidori here. Turned out between me and Celestial, neither one of us had it, but I swear we do. So maybe we haven't found everything that we packed when we moved. I understand it's been months now, but it's a process. Guys, if you enjoyed this and you would love to support the channel, 2 easy things that you can do that'll help us get seen by many more duelists and help us rise up. Just a like and a comment. Takes you guys another 20 seconds. You guys almost watched 20 minutes of this. I think another 20 seconds is a big ask, but if anybody's going to do it for us, it's going to be you guys because you're amazing. Additionally, maybe we earned your subscription today, so go ahead and click the button if we have. If we haven't, I am more than eager to try again tomorrow. I will have another deck, and unfortunately, it's going to be a deck that I've been featuring a lot. We're going to go back to Layer of Darkness for Common Charity, mainly because the last structure deck gave us Lilith as a common, so I do think the deck is going to be just a smidge stronger, and I'd like to have a shot at making that and making you guys smile. So do me a favor, if you don't do any of the other favors, you have a lovely day, you have a wonderful day. Hopefully you get some time to yourself today, do something that you've been wanting to do. And yeah, it's almost Wednesday, so we're almost halfway through another week. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later, my friends.